race for the Champions League continues over in, of course, Serie A with Bologna still in the mix alongside Roma and Atalanta duking it out for the 4th Champions League spot. Who's going to take advantage this week? We're going to take a little look next. Today we're taking a look at match number 25, that's right, over in Serie A. And we'll get to that in a second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button. Of course, your one-stop shop is here at Serie A, of course, on Blackburn Rovers. Seas, of course, we got that. We got Rovers, World Football. We're going to, all here, boys, under one roof. Of course, it is a one-horse race for the title with Internazionale Toulouse. But it is the race for the Champions League, which, of course, is taking my focus right now. But we'll get into all of it. All of it, that's right, in a second. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, you know who you are. And again, if you're new, hit the old subscribe button, of course, as we take a deep dive into last week's weekend's action, of course, before we kick on forward to the next round of games. So let's recap, see how I did, then of course see how you guys did with our very own prediction league. So we're going to get into all of that in a second, but these are the games last week. So let's get into it now. I'm just going to make myself a little bit bigger. That's what she says. Bish bash bosh, here we go. So Salernitana against Empoli, 3-1 winners for Empoli on the road. Of course, Salernitana are in trouble right now. I don't think they're going to get themselves out of it. Cagliari against Lazio, big 3-1 win on the road for Lazio. Of course, the real deal's on the right. My pick's on the left, of course. Roma against Internazionale, 4-2 win for Inter. Big win that one. So I went with a 2-2 draw, of course, under De Rossi. I thought they might scrape something out of it, but wrong. Sassuolo against Torino, 1-1 draw in the end. I went with a 1-1 draw myself, not too shabby. 5-1 win, Fiorentina over Frosinone. I went with a 2-1 win. Ain't too bad on that one. Bologna continue their amazing season. 4-0 win over Lecce. I went with a 1-0 win. Monza could only muster a draw against Verona. I went with a 2-1 win as well. Atalanta picking up a 4-1 win on the road against Genoa. Do you know what I mean? 2-0 win was my pick. Meanwhile, Milan with a 1-0 win over Napoli. I went with a 3-1 win, of course. And Juve, surprise, surprise, lost to Udinese. What's that all about, of course? So that's the situation last weekend. Of course, what about the table? Well, the table looks like this. Of course, as you see, Inter 7 points clear at the top now. With the game in hand, it looks to be done and dusted there. Juventus ahead of Milan, just by 1 point right now, with Atalanta 10 points adrift. And again, is that race for that last Champions League spot, which of course has got my attention right now with Bologna, Roma, Fiorentina, Lazio. You might even include Napoli in that race, but of course going down, it looks like Salernitana, Cagliari and Verona, of course. Now that's the situation, of course, in the table. What about the situation in our own little mini table? We are talking about the Super Brew. Well, take a bloody bow. Bro, that's right. My bro's got it. 12.5 points. Of course, it's past me. Costas K in second. Daddy Cool up there alongside him with Raymond Reddington and 37.7 in the bronze medal spots. Of course, summer of 2018 there, 10.5. If you do see your name in there, make sure you smash your like. Get all the likes up there, of course. And let's take a look at the overall leaderboard. Well, the current leaderboard still is as you left me. Costas K, 262 points, number one spot. 37.7 is 251. Got a lot of need snookers at this point to try and get top spot, but don't rule them out just yet. Barcelona is also in it as well. Don't forget, keep on going, keep on predicting. You might just, there's Bro, of course, big win for him. And again, non-movers all across the board there, but don't worry about that. It could change, especially this week with some big old games coming at you very, very soon. But let's, of course, now focus on those next games, of course, and they are coming at you this coming week. Of course, kicking all off on Friday. There's actually a game on Wednesday belonging against Fiorentina. That's a bit of a bonus game. Not really focusing on that one. We are focusing on the game starting Friday, February the 16th. And there's two of them. Kicking it all off will be Torino against Lecce. Of course, let's get in the deep end on this one. Played each other 19 times since 1993. We've got 9 wins for Torino, 5 wins for Lecce, 5 draws, of course. The biggest win for Torino, 3-0 wins, scored 34 goals in 19 matches, 1.79 goals a game. Lecce, though, on the flip side, 4-0 in the biggest, scoring 25 goals in 19 matches, 1.32 goals a game as well. They're on 25% form. Our Lecce right now, just 1 win in 6, 13 for the table with 24 points in the book against the Torino side, 58% form for them right now. Unbeaten in the last 5. They are 10th with 33 points on the board at the moment. Last time around, over in Torino, it was a 1-0 win for the host back in September 2022. They also already played each other this campaign back in October in Lecce. It was a 1-0 win for Torino. They've won 3-4 on the bounce against Lecce. And of course, the odds for this one, we do have 10-7 on is your Torino, 5-2 is the draw, 17-4 is your away win. It is Lecce. Going to go with a 1-0 win for Torino on this one. We'll see if I'm right or if I am wrong. Kicking on forward is Internazionale against Salernitana. Of course, coming at you over at the Giuseppe Meazza. Played each other 7 times since 1998. We've got 5 wins at Inter, 1 for Salernitana, and 1 draw. Of course, the biggest win for the hosts, 5-0 win, scoring 19 goals in those 7 matches, 2.71 goals a game on average. Salernitana, 2-0 win, the biggest, scoring 4 goals in those 7 matches, 0.57 goals a game as well. On 8% form for them at the moment. 20th for the table, 13 points on the board as well. Up against Inter side of once at least 6 on the bounce, 100% form for them. They are top with 60 points, of course. Last time around over the Giuseppe Meazza, it was a 2-0 win for Inter back in October 2022. And of course, Inter are unbeaten against Santi over the last 5, picking up 4 wins. And a draw to boot. But the odds for this one, then, we have Inter 6-1 on for the victory, 13-2. The draw, 14-1 is your long shots. Of course, the visitors here. Ain't going to happen, though. 3-0 win. Inter taking the points and again keeping the distance at the top of the table. Napoli against Genoa. That's rolling into Saturday's matches on the 17th of Feb. Played each other 47 times in 1993. We've got 22 wins for Napoli, 9 wins for Genoa. I've got 16 draws, of course, the biggest win for Napoli. 6-0 wins, scoring 75 goals in those 47 matches, 1.60 goals a game. Genoa, 4-1 wins, going 50 goals in those 47 matches, 1.06 goals again. On 58% form margin Genoa right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6, 12th in the table with 29 points on the board. Against the Napoli side, 58% form for them as well, just 1 win in the last 4, but they are 9th with 35 points on the board as well. Last time around, though, over at Napoli, over in Naples, it was a 3-0 win for the hosts back in May 2022. They also played each other back in Genoa in September this campaign. It was a 2-2 draw back earlier in the season. 5-3 on is your Napoli, 11-4 the draw, 5-1 is your away win. Going to go with another win for Napoli here, 2-0 win. They got Osman back, I believe, or at least he might have a game off, of course, from blowing his Ivory Coast adventure in the AFCON. Kicking off for those Verona against Juventus. That's right. Played each other 28 times in 1996. 4 wins for Verona, 90 wins for Juve, 5 draws, of course. Now the biggest win for Verona was a 2-0 win, scoring 24 goals in those 28 matches, 0.86 goals a game. Juventus 6-1 win, the biggest one, 50 goals in 28 matches, 1.79 goals game. On 58% form are Juventus right now without a win in the last 3. They are second, though, 53 points on the board. Against the Verona side, 33% form for them right now, just 1 win in 6, 18 for the table with 19 points right now. Last time around, though, over at the Stadio Americano Betagodi, it was a 1-0 win for Juventus, of course, back in November 2022. In fact, Juventus have won the last 4 against Verona and haven't conceded a goal against them in those last 4 matches. In fact, the last 3, they won consecutively 1-0 in each of the occasions, of course. But the odds for this one, 90-4, your Verona 13-5 is the draw. 20-13 on is of course, your Juve. They are favoured here. Going to go with a 2-0 win, of course. Another win, another clean sheet against Verona. Kicking off was Atalanta against Sassuolo, coming at you at Saturday, February the 17th at the Guay Stadium. Played each other 27 times since 2006. 18 wins for Atalanta, 4 wins for Sassuolo, and 5 draws, of course. The biggest win for the Atalanta, 5-1 win, scoring 57 goals in those 27 matches, 2.11 goals a game on average. Sassuolo, 2-0 in the biggest, scoring 24 goals in 27 matches, 0.89 goals a game. Just 1 win in 5 for Sassuolo, 40% form for them over the last 6. They are 17th with 20 points on the board against the Atalanta side, who won 5 in the bounce, 92% form for them right now. They are 4th with 42 points on the board as well. Last time around at the Guay Stadium in the league, it was a 2-1 win for Atalanta back in October 2022. They also played each other earlier in the season, actually in match number 1. It was a 2-0 win for Atalanta. That was in Sassuolo, of course, and they picked up a 2-0 win as well. They also played each other this season back in the start of January, the round of 16 of the Coppa Italia. It was in the Guay Stadium. It was a 3-1 win for Atalanta. But the odds for this one then, we got Atalanta 11-4 on for the victory. Red hot favourite 17-4. The draw 6-1 is, of course, your long shots at Sassuolo. Going to go with a 3-1 win once again for Atalanta to take the points on this one. Lazio taking on Bologna on Sunday, February 18th, of course, at the Stadio Olimpico. Played each other 48 times. In 1996, we got 25 wins for Lazio, 12 wins for Bologna, 11 draws, of course. The biggest win for Lazio, 6-0 win, scoring 3 goals in those 48 games, 1.52 goals a game. Bologna, though, 3-0 in the biggest, scoring 51 goals in those 48 matches, 1.06 goals a game. On 50% form are Bologna right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6, however, unbeaten in the last 3. 5th in the table, 39 points on the board against the Lazio side, 58% form for them, of course, just 1 win in 4. But they are 7th with 37 points on the board as well. Last time around, they're over in Roma, in Rome. It was in the league. It was a 2-1 win for Lazio. That's back in August 2022. They also played each other in Bologna back in match number 11. It was a 1-win for Bologna way back when. In fact, the away side has not won this game since Lazio beat Bologna in Bologna back in December 2018. The odds, though, for this one, 6-5 is your Lazio, 13-5 is your Bologna, 21-10 is the draw here. 2-0 win for me for Lazio, taking the points and moving up the ladder. Empoli up against Fiorentina, of course, coming at you on Sunday, February the 18th. That's right, played to the 25 times in 1997. 6 wins to Empoli, 13 wins to Fiorentina, 6 draws, of course, the biggest win for the hosts, 2-0 win, scoring 24 goals in 25 matches, 0.96 goals a game. Fiorentina, though, 13 wins, and of those, 4-0 win was the biggest, scoring 39 goals in 25 matches, 1.56 goals a game. They're on 40% form are Fiorentina right now, just 1 win in 5, 8th in the table, 37 points on the board against the Empoli side. 50% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 4, 16th in the table, 21 points right now. Of course, last around they're over at the Carlo Castellani. It was a 0-0 draw back in August 2022. In fact, Empoli also picked up a win against Fiorentina last round, of course, in Fiorentina back in match number 9 this campaign, and they are unbeaten against them over the last 3. But the odds for this one, 13-5 is your Empoli, 21-20 is your Fiorentina, and 23-10 is the draw. Going to go with a 1-0 win for Fiorentina on the road here to keep up their dreams of European football once again. Udinese locking horns against Cagliari also on Sunday, February the 18th. Played to the 46 times since 1993. Got 25 wins for Udinese, 12 wins Cagliari, 9 draws, of course. The biggest win for the hosts, 5-1 wins, scoring 80 goals in those 46 matches, 1.74 goals a game. Cagliari, though, 3-0 win the biggest, scoring 50 goals in this 46 matches, 1.09 goals a game. 4 defeats on the spin for Cagliari right now, 25% form for them. They are 19th in the table, with just 18 points all season. Up against Udinese, 33% form for them right now. Back-to-back games without a loss, 15th in the table, 22 points on the board as well. Last time around, over at the Stadio Friuli, it was actually a 2-1 win for Cagliari. That's back in November 2023 in the round of 32 in the Coppa Italia. But last time I played each other in the league at the Stadio Friuli, it was a 5-1 win back in April 2022. Also, they played each other in Cagliari way back, match number 4. It was a 0-0 draw, of course. But familiar foes, you would imagine. But this one, bookies have 2019 on is your Udinese. They are favoured here, 5-2 the draw. 14-5 is your away win. I am going to go with a 1-1 draw, point apiece on this one. We'll see who comes out in the wash. Frosinone against Roma, that's right. Coming at you at the Stadio Benito Strepi. They played each other 7 times in 2008. 7 wins out of 7 for Roma. So far, so good. Of course, Frosinone, no wins, but they have scored 4 goals in those 7 games, 0.57 goals a game. Roma, though, 4-0 win the biggest, scoring 19 goals in 7 matches, 2.71 goals a game. Just 1 defeat in the last 5 for Roma right now. Of course, 6th in the table, 38 points on the board against the Frosinone side, who are 14th with 23 points on the board. Of course, just 1 win in 6 at the moment. Last time around, they're over at Frosinone. It was a 3-2 win for Roma back in February 2019. Of course, they played each other back at the Stadio Olimpico back in October. It was a 2-0 win for Roma as well. The odds for this one, though, we have Frosinone 11-4 for the victory, 11-10 on is, of course, your Roma 13-5 the draw. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Roma. Back to winning ways in the race for that top 4 is on like Donkey Kong. And then Monza, Milan, of course, over in Stadio Briatano, coming at you on the 18th of Feb. Played each other 7 times in 2014. 7 wins out of 7 for Milan. Nothing for Monza as well. But they have scored 8 goals in the 7 games. 1.14 goals a game on average. Milan, though, 3-0 win the biggest, scoring 24 goals in 7 matches, 3.43 goals a game on average. Of course, unbeaten the last 5, 75% form for them at the moment. 3rd in the table, 52 points on the board. Up against the Monza side, just 1 win in 5 for them, 50% form for them over the last 6. 11th, 30 points on the board, of course. And of course, these two sides locking horns in Monza back in February 2023. It was a 1-0 win for Milan last time around. Also played each other over in Milan back in December. It was a 3-0 win for AC on that one. The odds for this one, 10-3 is your Monza, 2017 on is your Milan, 12-5 is, of course, the draw here, guys. Going to go with a 2-1 win for AC Milan on this one. That's my take on it, guys. And if, of course, I am right, the table will look something along like this. It'll be Inter, top of the charts, with, of course, Juventus in 2nd spot. Milan are remaining in 3rd. Atalanta keeping up hold of that 4th spot, with Roma breathing down the next. Going down, Salernitana, Cagliari, and Verona right now. Sassuolo and Pauli, maybe even Frosinone and Udinese in the discussion to join them in a Serie A next season. Of course, we'll see all that pans out, of course, and next time. But until then, subscribe, thumbs up, catch you later. But until then, enjoy your football.